Hello, fellow classmates, and here's your lesson on my take of lesson plans. I have been hearing about lesson plans for about 40 years. My mom is a teacher, or was a teacher, she's recently retired, and she would talk about how the principal had to see her lesson plans every Monday morning, sometime Fridays, depending. And I just went about my day, never asked her about them. When I asked her recently about her lesson plans, she told me that the principals loved her lesson plans so much that she had her own method. So then I thought, I'll reach out to my childhood friend, 6th grade teacher. She'll have a lesson plan template I can look at. And then she told me that her lesson plans have been engraved on stone tablets. So they both went and found me other templates that newer and younger teachers are using. I'll say the differences. They're a little bit simpler and there's not as many standards. So I guess in the state of Pennsylvania, not as many standards, or they don't have to be shown on the lesson plan. You know, it's okay that ours are not as simple, just gonna make us better, right? Yeah, I think it will. The only other thing that I did notice a difference of that we didn't have on ours is that instead of a climate or an environment, they said location. And I thought about that. It would be nice to put, am I gonna have my kids in the classroom? Are they gonna be facing each other in groups? Will it be in a field? I guess location matters, doesn't it? Location. So what is gonna be the most challenging part for me? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I get bored really easily. And so when I was reading over the template and looking at all of the standards and how we had to address the standards within our lesson plan and then reflect on them too and see how they were used, I have read those standards multiple times and I still get confused. I think it's gonna take a while before I can do a lesson plan where I feel confident that I know the standards, or maybe I'll always be looking the standards up, but just thinking about having to, say how my lesson pertains to this standard, this TPE, ISTE, that brings me great anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. Another challenging thing for me is going to be classroom management. Because with all the kids that I've taken care of in my past and my own child and talking to other parents, some kids do really well in a positive, friendly, over-rewarding classroom. And then I have other friends that tell me that their kid really needs to be with a strict teacher that doesn't have as much fun. So how do you manage that? How do you manage that within an environment? You're dealing with so many different personalities. Like, can you imagine me in a classroom? What would you do with that? So that is going to be extraordinarily difficult for me in managing. Another factor that is going to be challenging for me will be homework. I thrived with homework as a student because I have ADHD and I could never pay attention in class. So when I got home, that was an opportunity for me to reteach myself. I was that 5th grade kid that was up till midnight reading books, relearning things because I couldn't pay attention in class. So homework is beneficial, but then on the opposite side, there's kids that don't really need it as much. So what do you do with that? And parents are constantly complaining about how little or how too much homework, or it's too easy, or it's too hard. Like, that's gonna be something that's really difficult for me to gauge. Yeah. I'm gonna have fun writing these lessons plans. It's gonna be a challenge. but my creative brain is gonna fly, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, thank you.